way.
I want to give a quick explanation as to how we marry the steel from a vinyl liner up to the concrete. And we're using a zip strip, a step kit, just like a normal vinyl liner pool with a fiberglass step. But when we're doing it from steel to concrete, we have to think of exactly what happens from here to here. We've got raw gunite here, we've got steel, and this has got to get a surface put over it to make it smooth. Normally what we do is we do a plaster finish over it, and then we do eco finish over the top of that. But even so, we've got a plan for being able to transition our plaster from here to even here, so we don't have a big lump behind our liner. The other thing we got to think about is we also use the True Tile system from Latham that allows us to put ceramic tile around the entire pool. If you weren't using True Track, you would have to do a normal liner with a printed tile, and then when you got to the concrete section, then you would have to transition into ceramic tile. So what we do is we do the True Track. Once the concrete sets up, we'll put an extension of True Tile about here, just a little bit over the gunite, and that way when we go from there, we'll seal that really well, and we can continue around the corner with ceramic tile. But the key is from here down. Once that piece of True Tile is in, then we have to build our fascia to be able to put our strip in to seal the vinyl from the concrete. What we have here is the wall, this will all be vinyl right up to here, and this will all be vinyl right up to about right here. We transition on the concrete section so that we have no leakage here, number one, and also number two, if there's any movement here, we don't have to worry about this cracking. If a crack developed here, we're actually sealing it with the liner. The liner's holding the water, so it gives us a little fail-safe that we don't have to worry about what's happening behind the liner here. But what you should recognize if you're doing a liner pool is just as the beauty strip that goes over the faceplate for the step kit. And I want to use this as an example. If our True Tile comes across, we would go from here down with our piece of step kit, and then this is the beauty strip that goes over it, and then the next piece would go from here around. So what we're doing is we're coming up off of the steel onto the concrete using concrete fasteners with stainless steel screws. So when you're shooting this, you always have to make sure you have this nice straight transition. A lot of times when the sun shelf comes and a wall comes around the corner, we'll bring the sun shelf all the way over, but the wall comes back and then there's a step out. Well, you can't seal that properly, so you always got to make sure that you have a nice flat spot here before the step starts, the sun shelf or step or anything else for that matter. And in this case, we've got a nice smooth transition to go all the way down. We'll be able to seal that really well, and then we're able to go across. And that's really the trick. That's something that I had to do many times, is form it and make sure that before we were done, before the concrete set up, we strip that form so we can ensure that we have this nice smooth ability to transition. Otherwise we would have to go here, we'd have another issue of how do we seal it, and then we put another piece farther out. So instead we have this nice smooth continuous from top to bottom, and that way it seals it really well.